Cleveland, wake up. We are staring at an offseason that could completely dismantle or redefine the Browns as we know them. I'm talking about a seismic shift in the coaching staff, a heartbreaking rumor about a defensive pillar walking away, and a trade scenario so massive it carries a $160 million price tag. This isn't just news. This is the future of the franchise hanging in the balance. You think you know what Andrew Berry is planning? Think again. The silence in Berea is deafening, but the whispers are screaming. Buckle up.
Sources confirmed to me this morning that the Cleveland Browns are finalizing a significant promotion within their coaching staff, elevating a key position coach to a more prominent role in the offensive hierarchy. This decision, coming directly from head coach Kevin Stefanski and general manager Andrew Berry, is intended to bridge the disconnect we observed last season between the game plan and on-field execution. The coach in question has been lauded internally for his attention to detail and ability to connect with players, and this expanded role will give him a direct line to the play-calling process on Sundays. The organization believes this continuity is preferable to bringing in an outsider who would require time to adapt to the system. They are betting on internal development to solve their offensive woes. However, when I look at this move, I have to pause and ask the hard questions, because let me tell you right now, this decision smells like complacency. The Cleveland Browns offense was an absolute abomination at times last year. You had miscommunication, you had dropped passes, you had missed blocks, and you had a complete lack of identity. And your solution to this catastrophe is to promote the guy who was already in the room? Are you kidding me? This is the National Football League. This is not a developmental league where we hand out participation trophies and promotions for trying hard. I want to see results. The fans in Cleveland who have suffered for decades deserve a front office that is aggressive and willing to shake things up. Promoting from within tells me that you think the problem is small. It tells me you think you are just 1 or 2 tweaks away from the Super Bowl. That is a lie. You are miles away. This offense needs a shock to the system, not a gentle nudge. If this promoted coach does not produce immediate fireworks in week 1, the heat on Kevin Stefanski is going to be unbearable. You are putting your entire career on the line for a position coach? That is bold, and frankly, it is reckless. We need to see accountability. When a unit fails, you don't reward the leadership of that unit with more power. You bring in someone to clean up the mess. But the Browns are doing the opposite. They are doubling down. They are telling us, the media and the fans, that we are wrong and they are right. Well, I hope they are right, because if they are wrong, this season is over before it begins. The AFC North is a beast. The Ravens are not promoting position coaches to fix their problems. They are signing stars. The Bengals are getting healthy, and the Browns are reshuffling the deck chairs. It is infuriating. But while we panic about the offense, a massive story is breaking on the defensive side of the ball. I am hearing reports about a $39 million defensive star who might be hanging up his cleats for good. This is a report that changes the entire math of the offseason.
Before I reveal the name of the defensive star walking away, listen. If you want the truth about the Browns that the mainstream media is afraid to tell you, hit that subscribe button right now. Do not miss a single update.
I have received information from multiple sources indicating that a cornerstone of the Cleveland Browns defense is seriously contemplating retirement. We are talking about a player tied to a $39 million contract, a figure that represents a significant portion of the team's salary cap and defensive strategy. The internal discussions suggest that lingering physical concerns and a desire to preserve his long-term health are driving this potential decision. If he proceeds with retirement, the Browns will be forced to eat a portion of that money while scrambling to find a replacement in a market that has already dried up. This is not a depth player. This is a foundational piece of the defensive line rotation. Now let me be very clear about the impact of this news. This is a catastrophic blow to the Cleveland Browns. You cannot simply replace a $39 million talent with a rookie or a journeyman off the street. The defense was the one thing this team could hang its hat on. It was the identity. It was the soul of the franchise. And now you are telling me that a pillar of that defense is walking out the door? This puts an unbelievable amount of pressure on Myles Garrett. He is already double-teamed, triple-teamed, and held on every play. If you take away his support, if you take away the other threats on that line, offenses are going to slide protection his way every single snap. Andrew Berry needs to wake up and get on the phone right now. You cannot go into the season with a hole this size in your defense.
The AFC North is a physical, brutal division. You need bodies, you need tough guys, you need stars. Losing a player of this magnitude is the kind of setback that turns a 10-win team into a 6-win team. I don't care about the cap savings, I care about the production on the field. This is a nightmare. The fans should be terrified because the defense was the safety net. If the safety net is torn, what happens when the offense struggles? We know the offense struggles, we just talked about it. You need this defense to be elite. Without this player, the defense takes a massive step back. It is a tragedy for the roster construction. But, and there is always a but, if the defense is going to take a step back, then the offense must take a giant leap forward. And that is where the rumors get truly interesting. There is talk of a trade so big, so expensive, that it could completely rewrite the narrative of this franchise. We are talking about a $160 million acquisition. Analysts are screaming for this move. It is bold, it is risky, but it might be the only way to save the season.
Financial analysts and NFL insiders are buzzing about a potential blockbuster trade scenario involving the Cleveland Browns. The recommendation being pushed to the front office is to aggressively pursue a trade for an offensive superstar currently valued at $160 million. This acquisition would require a massive restructuring of the current salary cap and likely the forfeiture of significant draft capital. The logic is simple. The current offensive roster lacks the explosive playmaker needed to compete with the elite teams in the conference. This target, a proven commodity with a $160 million price tag, would instantly elevate the Browns' scoring potential. Sources say the team is weighing the long-term risk against the immediate reward. Now, Stephen A. Smith is going to tell you exactly what they need to do. Make the trade. Do it today. Do not hesitate. I am sick and tired of watching the Cleveland Browns play conservative football while the rest of the league is playing 4D chess. You have a window to win right now. You have a defense that is ready to win right now. Why are you pinching pennies? Why are you worrying about draft picks in 2026? Who cares about 2026 if you lose in 2024? You need a spark. You need a superstar who can take over a game when everything else breaks down. A $160 million player is not just a player, he is a franchise changer. He walks into the locker room and demands excellence. He catches the ball when it matters. He makes the throws when it matters. The Browns have been searching for an identity on offense for years. This is the answer. You go out and you get the best talent available. I don't want to hear about the salary cap. The salary cap is a myth if you know what you are doing. Look at the Rams. Look at the Chiefs. They make it work. The Browns need to stop acting like a small market team afraid of its own shadow and start acting like a contender. If you don't make this move, you are telling your fans that you are okay with being average. And average in the NFL gets you fired. Go get the star. Pay the money. Win the games. It is that simple. But the question remains, do they have the guts to pull the trigger? This is the moment of truth for Andrew Berry. This is the moment where legends are made or careers are ended. The domino effect of these three stories, the coaching change, the defensive retirement, and this massive trade potential creates the most critical offseason in Cleveland history. Everything is on the line. You have the reports. You have the facts. The position coach is promoted. The defender is leaving. The trade target is waiting. It is a perfect storm of chaos and opportunity.
Cleveland, this is it. The coaching staff is shifting, the defense is bleeding talent, and a $160 million solution is staring you in the face. This is the defining moment for the front office. Do they play it safe and sink, or do they swing for the fences? I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Should the Browns trade everything for the $160 million star? Yes or no? Let your voice be heard. We are in this together, Browns Nation. Stay tuned.